To the off-season we go, and get ready for a demolition derby for this roster. It's about to happen. As Pittsburgh wins the lottery, moving up from 2-1, St. Louis really got screwed there. Pittsburgh Penguins had the #1 pick, which means they were about to move to Kansas City. Damn. In terms of retired players, Patrick Kane retires as a Stanley Cup champion. Evgeny Malkin retires in Buffalo. Bergeron's gone. Eric Stahl, Phil Kessel, Ryan Getzlaf, Jonathan Taves, Jamie Benn. An incredible crop of talent that's calling it a career. Just for the forwards alone.
For those
defensively,
to score, I salute you.
Shout out to Blake for 13 months on the prime. Defensively, Brent Burns retires, as does Erik Karlsson. Fitting. Yandel's gone. Yossi, Mark Giordano, among others. Jake Muzzin as well. Won the cup with us last year. In goal, Tuukka Rask, Semyon Varlamov, Anton Khudobin. The three winningest amongst that group. AI relocation would be cool. I don't disagree. I mean, I'd like to be able to control that, though. Like, if the Bruins moved to Poughkeepsie, I'd be kind of mad. You know? That'd be a little bit much in immersion breaking. So to the draft we go. I really have no idea what's going on. Marner, what's up, man? Unfortunately, there will be no trading up into the top 5 this year. The AI's smartened up a little bit. So duly noted. What do we got in terms of players available outside of that top 5? Portland Bruins. Fair. So we got these medium top 6s. That guy's confirmed. He got tape to tape. Vic Patterson's 3 years out. Jacob Costi has shut down and in reverse. Is there anyone in the top 10? New Jersey at 7. I don't know if it's worth trading up for the price it's going to cost, though, just to get a medium top 6. It would have to be a medium elite. This dude, though, confirmed has seeing eye and is 1 year out with no weaknesses. He might be worth trading up for. Then there's Trenton Hickett's no weaknesses. He's NHL ready. Ooh, it's not confirmed. And I doubt he actually has bouncer. But that'd be cool as shit. Interesting. Again, we need to aim high. If it's a medium top 6, they need a confirmed X factor, not an ability. Cristiano Hedeken is not that. What about Brock Petrovitsky? He's not that either. Only 3 stars for Umberger. We don't have as much on Francis Lamb either. I don't know if our scout... Hello! That's 3 out of 4. Harry Lowe. Confirmed has Yoink. The other ones are not confirmed. He's a high risk, high reward, isn't he? Again, if somebody can tell the difference between that shade of black and that shade of black, more power to you, because I can't. I'm having to go off the lines. Lowe's a real risk pick here. Endo, how was your game, buddy? What about Chris Van Riemsdyk? KVR, not good enough. Mauricio Malone. Couple of players we could trade up for, but it's risky, man. Robitaille is a real risk. 3 bars for Marcel Sauve. We got Brody Scarlett. That's around the time that we actually have a pick. For you. Fit bod for life. That is something that'll never describe me, but thank you for the follow. God damn. Rudder, 3 years out. This looks like a weaker draft for sure. This is a weaker draft. If we were going to make moves, we would have to make them early. Or hope for later steals. Pittsburgh's about to make their pick. And we're already looking in the next round. Guys listed as X Factor, I don't trust it. Lannon, I don't trust either. So the Penguins get Schneider of the Snyder Cut. It is actually Zach Schneider. Super slow game was fun. There you go. We got to make a decision as to whether or not it's worth trading up. So the guys on the list, Hickett's, Lowe, and Lukowicz. Hickett's is really high risk. We don't know the potential, but he's NHL ready out of the gates and might have an X factor. Lukowicz is only 1 year out. And then Harry Lowe, I think he's too much of a risk. He's super close to a medium elite, but there's no guarantees. And if he's a medium top 6, it's not worth trading up. We gotta aim for Hicketts or Lukowicz. I think particularly Hicketts. That guy has the chance to be the steal of the draft. Let's talk to New Jersey. Because I said we were about ready to move on from certain people. The Devils are not necessarily in need of goaltending, although, you know, maybe you want to move on from Mackenzie Blackwood and bring on a Connor Hellebuck. You ever think about that? Yeah, man, Kasparaitis, Medvedev are going to be at the NHL level next year. So, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, it could just be Kasparaitis at the NHL level. Maybe Axel Anderson's on the way out. We're going to have to make some decisions in goal or on defense as well. Man, Matthew Tkachuk really disappointed this past season. He really did. What would they want for the pick? If I were to leave it up to them, what would they want for it? Because the best move would seemingly be Hellebuck, but let's be honest, they really don't need a goalie. Ackers, Anderson, and the expiring contract of John Tavares. Kasparaitis and Falk. Chernak, Fisette. Falk and Fisette. Holden a third and Tavares. I'm willing to give up the third and Tavares. Can I find anybody that has value? I'm surprised they want John Tavares' rights. Is there anybody to give up aside from Holden? How valuable is he? He's pretty valuable. We'd be looking at like a Falk, a Kasparaitis, or a Chernak. I'm not against giving up Justin Falk. I think that's the move. I think that's the move. So, hello, Sox. How are you? I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was a fun question for the show. Let's use a third. And if we move on from Justin Falk, New Jersey would be over the cap. Let me retain on Tavares. $10 million over. Holy God. Well, certain to say, I'm going to have to take back an expiring deal. That would work. So Tavares, Falk, and a third does not go through, unsurprisingly. Is there anybody else that I can add here? Pare is not going to develop. Will that work? Shrekky. I'm guessing. Thank you for the follow. Will you bring us the luck? You do! So again, we're able to trade up. We get the 7th overall pick. It is not as big of a slam dunk as it has been in years past. You did not miss the roster editing. I decided to go with franchise first tonight. There are no outright trades for Connor Hellebuck, but I'm fairly certain that we're moving on from him this year. Can I move on from Silovs? I cannot. Can I move on from Rodrigue? I can. I hate to move on from Rodrigue. I mean, we could hold on to him as our third goalie. It would also mean, though, moving on from Markkanen. Piney. Solid copy. Damn. Honestly, I think we're okay with those 4. Hellebuck and Svilovs are probably gone. Defensively, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is space for Torrey Krug, or we get rid of him now and keep Axel Anderson, which honestly I don't mind. Medium top 6 from Buffalo. A couple of medium 6s from Buffalo. Interesting. A lot of medium top 6s at stake here. There's also a 2nd from Tampa. And a guy named Paco. So Tapper or Ald? How are these guys on the Sabres? Well, I just traded Torrey Krug for a third because the menu lagged. Whatever. Is what it is. Let's see. I I hit the button once and it went down twice. That's great. That's great. Okay, thank you, EA, for that. Appreciate it. Neither of them are that good, let's be honest. Well, fuck. Well, shit. So there we go. We move on from Torrey Krug. That's how the Taylor Hall for Larson trade happened. Apparently, let's be honest. I mean, we were going to get like a low-end medium top 6 or like a third. It is what it is. Fuck. Oh well. Well, there we go. The AI got one up on us for the first time. There you go. I guess I'll just have to be super slow with the menus just to make sure. So our defense is basically set. Keep Montoya in the system. Is there anything for Bohinski? Because that guy's terrible. No, there is not. Anything for Topi Niemela? No. Coyle? Just trying to see if there's any progress to be made here. Even 6th or 7th give us a chance to get somebody better, but it doesn't look like it. Unless we go for even like a Dursey. So we can get something for Sean Dursey. Even if it's just the 7th, we'll take it. Sorry, Sean, but we'll look for other depth options. Can I get anything for Philip Kral? No, I cannot. And what about Samuelson or Giovalati? Random 6th. Seems to be the best we're going to be able to do here. I traded Torrey Krug accidentally for fucking nothing. God damn it. See, if it wasn't, I would take full responsibility for that, but you guys have seen me say, like, hey, there's some menu lag here at time to time, and that's exactly what happened. It sucks. But at least it was Torrey Krug and not, like, Hellebuck for a third. Can I get anything for Tom Wilson's rights? Gosbear, a 7th. We'll take a 7th from Colorado. Can I get anything for Tarasenko? It's like a 6th is the going rate. Send him to Columbus. Ko was not very good, but we'll leave him around. Lavoie wasn't very good. It'd be good to move on from him. If the price is right, and a 3rd round pick from Carolina, 3rd and a 4th from Colorado certainly makes it worth it. 3rd and a 4th from Tampa. 3rd and a 4th from Toronto. We'll send him to Toronto. That works. And actually, if there is anything for Ko, I'd like to take... Holy trade offers. I could take on Vince Dunn's horrible contract. Could do that. Jesus. As is tradition, though, we pretty much sell off whoever we can get rid of. A 6th, 5th, and a 7th. I think a 5th and a 7th is about the best we can do. We're going to move on from Ko. Kylie Yamamoto. He's the one guy I should have checked for to see what he wanted. To be honest, he was solid. It's worth negotiating with him. I should have checked heading into the draft, though, who was on an expiring deal. Or he'll buy a Ray Bork if you don't have him, because it's Ray Bork. Alright. Can I move on from Beckman? No. What about Garrett Cole? Russo. And Tyler Ennis. Nothing. And it's center. Crosby was good for us, but to be honest, I want to try to move his rights. Is Pittsburgh interested? No. Well, let's move him to Montreal to piss people off. See if he re-signs in Montreal. We'll do that as a favor to Rio. Can I get anything for Ekmark? No. Dougie, I hate to say, I'll be sticking around. Can I get anything for Elias Anderson? No. And Antoine Morand. Okay, cool. So the last guy that we really have on roster that I'm interested in moving on from is Hellebuck. Everybody else is good for the moment. We're really starting to turn it over to the youth now. So we go to pick number 7. Boston friggin' goofed up. My God. They just hit. My God, Boston, you would do that. Hickett's, Lowe, or Lukowicz. The Brad Lukowicz's son. It's not, though. Again, he's 1 year out. Lowe is unconfirmed 3. But we know that Hickett's is NHL ready. And for that reason, it's got to be Trenton Hickett's of the London Knights. It's got to be. 75 medium top 6. It's certainly better than who the hell the Bruins just drafted. He'll only take a season or 2 in the minors. He has no contest as a puck battler. Very, very well-rounded stats, too, out of the gates. Not bad. Trenton, welcome aboard. It was a pretty good pick. We're not really going to be able to trade back up unless Ottawa done goofs. Wow, Montreal, though. Costy. Again, though, I was aiming for hopefully an elite. I was aiming for an elite. At least we weren't Calgary. So one of the other guys that I wanted is still there. Lukowicz and Lowe are actually both still there. If Ottawa is in need of a goalie, I have no problem sending Connor Hellebuck north of the border here to play with Connor Bedard. And they have Grubauer. Damn. I'm going to let this other guy go. Hedeken was a 71 medium top 6. Philly takes Umberger. Go figure. San Jose gets Petrovic. Oof, wow, what a steal for the Sharks. Damn. Should have gone for the safe bets, but hey, we did take the risk when we took it. And LA takes Lukowicz. But that does mean that Lowe is still there. And he represents our last home run shot. Again, we could have done better with our first round pick, but it is what it is. They have Spencer Knight on a 5-year deal. Damn. Again, I really don't want to screw over a team's goalie situation. We will find a way to move Hellebuck. Honestly, moving Montoya here isn't the worst idea. Yeah, moving Montoya. I mean, he's not bad, but shit. If it's not him, I don't know who it is. I think we're going to move on from Montoya. As it is, our defense looks great. And we'll see if Montoya is enough to get us this pick. Almost. I think I have a crap load of late picks again. Oh yeah, we own we own all of the 7th round. Oh boy, we'll see if Florida makes this pick before we can do anything. How about all of the 6th rounders that I have? All right, Florida's playing tough to get. Have a 4th. You gentlemen have a Pepsi. Have a 4th again. Florida, goddamn, come on. I already screwed up the Torrey Krug deal. You're a bit off. You're a bit off. Move to Quebec already. Jesus. This has to go through by definition. Thank you. 3rd and 3/4. We move up to pick number 15 as well. This guy represents the last shot that we have to kind of hit a home run here in the first round. It scares me, but if he's a medium elite, it'll be worth it. Hello, Crash Andrews. Harry Lowe of Drummondville. We haven't had a miserable first round, but it also hasn't been incredible. Unfortunately. We could have done a lot better. A lot better. Thank you, Crash. Yeah, we could have had a lot better of a round. Damn. We do still have our draft pick here. And this is where it gets interesting because there is Brody Scarlett. He's 3 years out, though. There's Rudder, who was also 3 years out. Might have the higher potential. You never know. Steve Booz. Easton Olsen. Can't confirm how far out he is. Nabokov is only a 3 in terms of confirmation. Jamal Acton. 3 years out, no weaknesses. We don't really know what he is. Bryce Collins is 3 years out. Robinson Lannon is 3 years out, but again, maybe that potential's higher. What about Tulipov? 3 years out. Sean Hendry, 4 years out. So even if he's an elite, he's going to have a super low rating. Ross McLean, 3 years out, nearly a confirmed low elite. Braden Bennett. There's a medium elite goalie, and he should be available right around the time we have our next pick. He is trash. He'll likely never make the NHL level, but we at least have somebody with value to look forward to. Aside from him, unless we wanted to risk it with Rudder, it's really all we got right now is risk it for some of these guys. That's it. I wouldn't actually mind trading down to end up with McLean and McNaughton. The other guys are just probably too high risk. Although there are a lot of picks available, but we can definitely get some value out of this extra first instead of making it, since we traded up twice. So let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. Batherson in the 5th, a 2nd, a 3rd, and Anders Lee. All right, well, don't ask the AI what they want for your pick. Let's go shopping. Let's go shopping. Because if we package Connor Hellebuck with this pick, we might be able to get someone pretty decent. Problem is, who do we want? Because the defense is pretty much set. We could use one more top-notch defender. And the offense, I mean, God, we have a lot of young guys who are about to step into the lineup for sure. I mean, Drysdale. I don't really want to deal Hellebuck to a Western Conference team, though. Charlie McAvoy. Dylan Larkin's now on Boston. McAvoy would certainly be interesting. Do the Bruins need a goalie? And they have Swayman and Kemper. Alright, so I mean, McAvoy is a target. McAvoy is a target here. Buffalo. Jack Eichel is on an expiring deal. And just signed, that's why. He signed an 8-year extension with Buffalo. Jesus. Well, as much as I'd love to get Jack Eichel, he's pretty goddamn expensive. I don't know if he needs salvaging anymore. That would be incredibly tough to try to pick him up, if we're being honest. Carolina. Habshot. Ooh. Oh, we can definitely get that guy. Dude, we might even be able to get Petrov. Probably not, because they don't want to trade him, but this guy here in Habshide. Jamal, 4th overall in 2023. I like him more than McAvoy, to say the least, because of his potential. He is the guy to target. Carolina, Well, he's on an expiring deal, so I can justify it. That's all I'm going to say. He's on an expiring deal. I can justify putting them into a situation. Otherwise, we're looking at Beta. Ooh, the double. With Beta and McMillan. Ooh. 2 for the price of 1. They still have Elvis there, though. Damn. It'd be sweet to pick up Beta and McMillan at the same time. Carolina's more justified because Carolina's fucking stupid when it comes to their goaltenders, as we've learned. There's McCarthy. Just signed a 2-year deal worth $8.1 million. They have Shesterkin, 6-year deal. Shit. They're also trying to swap Sebastian Cossa. Carolina's the favorite right now to pull off this trade. Florida's already trying to move Montoya. You got Brant Clark and Quentin Byfield. Byfield's going to be an RFA. Brant Clark is getting paid. Lankinen and Peterson are both signed. LA is interesting. That's what I'm going to go with. LA is interesting. I'm going to have to call another timeout here because this is getting to be ridiculous. This is getting to be quite ridiculous, actually, in terms of the options that we have. But Carolina or LA, I feel like Carolina would screw over the team less. Because, again, we've seen in real life, Carolina are completely dumb when it comes to goalies. And actually, let's look at goalies first instead of getting our hopes up. So, no real help needed in Minnesota. Montreal only has Caden Primo. Do the Habs have anybody that I'd want? No, they do not, because Cole Caulfield's value... Dude, I could get Caulfield, Suzuki, Anderson, all at the same time. For whatever reason, Caulfield didn't really develop. Nashville with Alnefelt. Justify getting another guy. They have David Pasternak now. Phil Tomasino. Give me a name higher than that. New Jersey. Nashville also has this Avery guy, actually. And Yeris. Ooh, Nashville. Nashville, and I think they're more justified than LA. Western Conference team, though. I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it. Damn it. What about New Jersey? Blackwood and Hill, both on expiring deals. Yeah, Jack Hughes would be great after what he did this season, or this, season opener for New Jersey. The Islanders just have Barzell. The Rangers have Teratukin, who looks like a bit of a bust, if we're being honest. Ottawa has Bedard, Shabbat, Stützle. How is Stützle's value? Man, the new values are crazy. Habsheet in Carolina is more interesting, though. More contract control. Brad Lambert, Tolvanen. Martin. Ooh, boy. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. We have our answer right here. I don't know if we can pull off all three. PK, thank you for that lovely Tier 1 sub. Let's see if we can rob the Pittsburgh Penguins blind. There's no way that's going to go through. They would also be over the cap. So we're going to have to take somebody back. Matheson and Graves on expiring deals. That's fine. I mean, there's no way that goes through on its own. But the question is, do I have anybody to kind of make this work? Like, we could use Lowe in this deal, because we're going to get somebody better, like McDonald. And then you could justify 2 forward prospects that aren't overly ridiculous, but what about Yamamoto's rights? Again, Pittsburgh would be over the cap. We'd have to retain on Kyler. It'll boost up his value, though. however little it might be. Yeah, trying to get all three isn't gonna work. But one forward, one defender could work. Hawks with the 5 gifted.
Confetti saved up.
The beautiful 5 gifted from Hawks.
Taste the biscuit.
You'll love to see it.
Goodness of the biscuit.
Hawks, thank you very, very much. 19 and an 81. 18 and an 81. Get Martinson out of there. How far back are we gonna be?
I salute you.
God, frickin' monkey
Taste the biscuit.
isolating that goddamn clip
Goodness of the biscuit.
from the game. It's ridiculous. Hawks, thank you very much again. Let's see if we can pull off this deal with the Penguins. Get 2 really good projects. Might be too much. We're right there. We're right there. What about the second rounder next year? So it's the 26th overall pick, a second and a third, a good prospect we just drafted, and Connor Hellebuck. But we do get 2 young studs. That's the only way to put it. That they don't want to trade. Apparently I offered them the same deal. When did I do that? I don't even know. Oh, the third became unselected. That's right, it would be 2 seconds. There we go. Will this go through? A third to a second isn't sweeten it beyond just a touch, huh? Here, now I'll sweeten it. I'll retain a tiny bit on Hellebuck. I'll retain a tiny bit on Hellebuck. Take the deal, you nerds. Take the deal. 10%, 800K. Bastards. This could really come back to haunt me. This could really come back to haunt me. This is a monumental deal. My God. Done deal with Pittsburgh. We move on to a new era. Hellebuck is gone. We move on from a decent amount of assets there, but at the end of the day, we do bring in one Zach Schneider, who was the first overall pick in this very draft. And we also bring in another defensive stud in Isaiah McDonald, who's only 19. Who has quick pick. It's a monumental deal. We're turning the goaltending over to Wallstead and Holden. But the team is still set up very, very, very well. It's a risk for sure. We're definitely not going to be able to trade up again in this draft. So we're going to pick number 58. We're definitely not getting that medium elite goalie now because of that, but that's fine. He wouldn't even have had that much value, if we're being honest. The question is whether or not there is anyone in this draft who is not complete trash. And I am not holding my breath. Aiden DePenta, 4 years out. Sandlack's 4 years out. Gamble's 3 years out. Topi Jukunen, yeah, the perfect storm of the last draft has not replicated itself. Hancock is 4 years out. Morrison, only 2 years out for Quentin Morrison. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's promising. Murray Taylor, 4 years out as a goalie. No weaknesses, though. Also promising. All right, those are our next 2 targets. Let's go for this guy here, Quentin Morrison from the Kitchener Rangers. 19 years old, 67 low 4. Not amazing, but not horrific. Let's say is the best way to describe that. And Murray Taylor, the goalie, is also still here. And we do get ourselves a medium elite goalie regardless. 59 overall. Not bad. Not bad at all. Is there anybody else who wants to be worth the risk? 4 years out, 5 years out for Muirs. High starter goalie confirmed, Dmitry Arkhipov. That's not bad at all. Because the rest of this draft looks really hit or miss. Raymond Gostad could be worth a look as well. Alright, cool. Well, we have targets here then. Let's go for the goalie high starter Dmitry Arkhipov, another overager. High starter 59, so we're getting some goalies into the mix after getting rid of Hellebuck, and we have a lot of picks in this draft. We'll take Raymond Gostad from North Bay. He's only a medium 9. Nighthawk, we blew it in the playoffs, and now we've had a fairly interesting draft, I would say. That dude's 5 years out. I wouldn't trust him. Let's see what we got just off of potential. So Tannen I wouldn't trust. 5 years out, 5 years out. There is not much there. No confirmed low elites. There is, I thought that was Joe Byer. We clearly have to take the guy named Alex Byer, though. Clearly. Clearly. Even if he doesn't end up being as good as the man, but who could? Who could be as good as Joe Byer? Honestly, we are at the point where it's either we just go off of best guess, or we just get rid of all of our draft picks. That's kind of what we're looking at. Best guess, or just start picking guys and hoping for the best. Let's go for Alex Byer for shits and gigs. Why not? Even a little bit early. He's a low 9. Definitely not related to Joe. He wouldn't be that bad. We'll take a Tannen. Screw it. We'll just see if he has the value. He's a medium 4. So we'll have some trade value. We have an ungodly amount of draft picks. Let's just risk it. See what we get. We do get another medium elite goalie. He's only a 50. God, let's go for Kravchenko next. Low 4. We're going to end up with 1,000 draft picks. I'm still mad at myself over the Krug mistake. And then you end up with that crazy Pittsburgh trade, but I mean, moving Connor Hellebuck, we were always going to try to get some value out of that. Pittsburgh at least needed a goalie. Still in the 6th round. We know that we own half the 7th as well. Let's take Grachev for the hell of it. Yeah, for the most part, we're getting into the misses here, but I mean, the 6th and 7th really aren't even worth trading at this stage. 2-star low elite. Let's take Gustavo Mink, and he is a low elite, 54 overall. We're getting a couple of hits here, considering that we're just going for it with these picks. Sven Janssen, low 6, terrible. Into round number 7. Let's take Oleg Arkhipov, terrible. No real surprise. Pick number 207. We'll take Eric Ashton. Not that great. Just burn through these picks. It's better than trading them away. Darren Eberle, low 6. God, we have so many 7ths and everything. It's crazy. We'll take Clifford Young. Oh, good. Now we're at the stage where we have all the picks in a row. Jody Fistrich. Literally all the picks in a row. It's great. Yep, just best guess from here. Well, let's take... God, they're all overagers too. Is this the year 3 offseason? We are further than year 3. 2025? 2026 now? pretty far into it. If you've been watching on the YouTube side of things, which is presumptuous on my part, but we're ahead on Twitch than we are there. Let's take Quentin Bus for the hell of it. Yeah, he's not that good. None of these guys are going to be good. We don't exactly have our hopes up here. Let's go for cam beats. We'll just alternate between forward defender. God, we have so many picks. Jeez. Let's go for Sean Fawcett. Low bottom 6. Take one more defender. It'll be the Romanian Jim Weber. That great Romanian name, Jim Weber. We have so many picks still. This is from trading away signing rights. Let's take Junior Tambellini. Just endless trash. Play the meme. Play the meme. And we'll go for Gale Cook. Trash. Trash, trash, trash. Let's go for Jukka Tollefson. Screw it. Low bottom 6. Oof. And the very last pick of the draft. We'll go for Francois Dufresne. Party of 4. Dufresne. Yeah, we made a lot of draft picks there. But we get Hicketts. We ended up trading low to Pittsburgh alongside Hellebuck and a crap load of assets. That was a crazy, 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 crazy draft. Like, outrageous. Like, this team, we have gone full Vegas. Year in and year out, you have no idea what the hell this team is going to look like. That is full Vegas. That is the best way to describe it. We have absolutely gone full Vegas. Good Lord. We ended up with 3 goalies who will at least have some decent potential. Defensively, we know we're getting rid of Ryan Graves and Mike Matheson. They were tack-ons. Don't know if I'm signing Medvedev yet. Kasparaitis will need a deal. We'll just sign him to what he wants. Krutil. To be honest, I'm going to drop. Open up space for somebody else, and then we have all of these goddamn players. Oh, boy. Kylie Yamamoto. Honestly, that's not bad compared to what I thought he'd want. $5 million for 3 years, that's pretty damn good. We'll see what we can do with Melanson. And here comes the big boy deal. Woo, okay, that is about as much as I thought. And you know what? We're gonna go for the full thing, the full 8-year deal. And we're going to see if the 85% trick will work here to drop that down to about 9.5, which would be an ungodly steal for Billy Sutton. We're likely to sign Zach Schneider, which is great. McIntyre's getting very close. Tyler Ennis is finally gone. Cole is also on the way out. And at center, I knew what you meant, Crash. Curtis Douglas, he's been a warrior for us. We'll hold on to him for now. Elias Anderson we can drop. Niederbach we can hold on to. Antoine Morand can go. Pitlick can go. Ekmark can go. And we'll leave it there. So Yamamoto's back. Schneider signed. Sutton signed that. Oh my god. Everybody accepted. So Billy Sutton, 9.5 for the next 8 years. That's not fair. We have $32 million in cap space right now. So we have a lot to play with in free agency. And if there's a defenseman who's worth signing, I mean, it might save Anderson's job. Maybe Kasparaitis and Medvedev spend another year off of the NHL roster. We're in a damn good spot. Yamamoto signed for dirt cheap, the member of the historic first ever 3-team trade in this game. Dude. We're set up quite well. Quite well indeed. But yeah, we moved on from a lot of people. Falk, Krug, Hellebuck, Crosby, Tarasenko, Tom Wilson, John Tavares. But we knew that was coming. We knew it was coming. We made some mistakes around the draft. We also took some risks that we shouldn't have taken. Like the guys that we tried to trade up to get for steals weren't exactly steals, unfortunately. That didn't help either. But given the circumstances, we're in a really good spot. And now we kind of transition from our Vegas phase. So we're going to lose our head coach for the moment. He should be able to come back, though. We kind of transition from our Vegas phase to almost like a middle-of-the-road draft to glory phase, where we're going to be able to rely on a lot of the young guys. However, Kirill Kaprizov and Artemi Panarin are both free agents. Also, Andrew Kopp's in 87. Goodness. Man, they're looking for some... Dude, Artemi Panarin, we're signing him like right now, aren't we? 8.5. Thatcher Demko. What? Tapping out. The $10 million man. Jonathan Bernier. The $10 million man. This is the greatest game ever. Also, Carey Price is a free agent. I should totally sign him. As is Chris Dreger. Yeah, there's players available. We'll figure that out. We knew DiPietro was going to look for money, too. Oh, my God. Defense, there's no major help there, so we'll probably stick with who we got. Oh, my God. Will we end up with Artemi Panarin? Will we end up with Kirill Kaprizov? Probably not. Will we end up with any of these defensemen? Probably not. Well, Nils Lundqvist could actually be pretty good. Will we end up with the $10 million man, Jonathan Bernier? Oh my God! Will we save Carey Price from free agency? He'll probably end up getting signed. That is look at where Jonathan Bernier is compared to James Reimer. Jonathan Bernier higher rating than Carey Price. Deserved, by the way. Deserved. I love this game. So much. Also, Crosby hit free agency. I've had enough for tonight. Let's go edit some rosters. Tapping out.